Hello and welcome to another episode of Tips and Ideas with L.Wallace of Midwest Landscaping. www.uniqueenvironments.com. That's UNEEKENVIROMENTS. Unique Environments. We are here in Fullerton, California at the Southwest Boulder and Stone Supply Facility store here in Fullerton, and I'm going to go through and show you some mulches that are available that we use, and just to give you some different ideas of the type of mulch you can use in your landscape. These are the varieties that are available here at Southwest Boulder, www.southwestboulder.com. And I'm just going to point out some variances of the mulches and also the decomposed granite. Decomposed granite is a fantastic ground cover you can use. So I'm going to go through and show you some samples of what they did, some examples of what they did. And well, let's go. Let's get it. This particular variety here is called Montana bark. You can notice it's a pretty good size nugget here. This is probably redwood bark nugget. It's really nice and thick and red. I like the coloring of it. It matches out well with this Cresta, this Baja Cresta boulder. This boulder comes out of Mexico. We'll shift right on over to the Gorilla here. This is used quite a bit. It's a redwood bark. One thing about the Gorilla here is when you install it, we usually use goggles, like jockey goggles, because if you can kind of see the dust that comes from it, the fibers that when we install it, the fibers are volatile in the air, so we got to wear goggles when we put this down. That's the one deterrent with this particular mulch when we're applying it. But from the standpoint of weed suppression and also the lasting beauty of the color, the Gorilla here is a fantastic ground cover to use. Once it's in place, it stays pretty well in place. It's matted, doesn't blow around a lot. You can get a lot of mileage out of it from the standpoint of when you put it down, you can get a lot of mileage out of it. And when it's wetted down and pressed down, it holds really well. And it keeps its color quite well. So this is a good choice for a ground cover, but you got to be careful when you're installing it, that you wear goggles so you don't get any fibers in your eyes. The next sample of mulch we have here is called Supreme Walk-On. This is a little bit of a mixture of the Montana, but it's chipped. The chips are a lot smaller, and it has a lot more splintering type of bark pieces. So when they did the grind on this one, that grind caused the mulch to come out more in slivers and in some nuggets with a smaller, finer mulch. This will break down a lot faster because of the grind. It's a lot finer, so when it breaks down from the standpoint of adding aeration and nutrients back to the soil, this particular type of mulch will break down a lot faster. You probably have to replace it a little bit more because of the volatility of this particular mulch breaking down. So you'll probably reapply it a lot sooner than you would, say, the Montana bark over there. And you will do some replacement of the Gorilla here too. So keep that in mind. It's not going to be forever. This stuff is going to be down. It'll break down and deteriorate. So you have to reapply after a year or so to freshen it up. Plus, the ultraviolet rays will cause the mulch to bleach out some. So you may have some bleaching over a course of a year or so. So keep that in mind. They make some products that can re-establish the color, but we don't use it. We just kind of come through and rake over or apply new mulch to the top. But the mulches are going to be good from the standpoint of breaking down and adding nutrients back to the soil, suppressing the weeds. That's a good thing for the mulch, to be able to suppress the weeds, and adding beauty to the landscape is paramount. So that's your regular mulches. You have your gravel, can be used as a gravel mulch. So there's different grades of gravel that are used. We've used gravel before in landscape projects where you put down your weed block fabric first and then put your gravel on top so the gravel doesn't sink down into the ground. We use crushed gravel in areas that we know we have sidewalks and pedestrian areas where people walk around the area, the perimeter. We want to make sure we have something that the crushed gravel kind of locks into place so it doesn't roll in our other planter beds. Utilizing the tumbled stone is preferred, or it's nice to be able to use that in that type of situation because you don't have to worry about trip and fall situations or opportunities. Out here in the driveway, the parking area, this is all crushed gravel. So it's just really nice to be able to have something to drive on. As we move out into the parkway area, we have decomposed granite. So the decomposed granite is a fantastic ground cover to utilize in your landscape project. As you can see here, this has been walked on quite a bit. This particular decomposed granite, I think it's called California Gold, and it's a nice bright buff color. It comes, you can either get it stabilized or unstabilized. We tend to go with a stabilized just for a little bit of more adhesion and a little bit more of the compaction. But there's a lot of people that judges out on that. A lot of guys don't like to use the stabilized. They say it's worthless to put the extra money into it, but we're only talking an extra $10 or $20 per yard. So we use it. We use it whenever we need to put it in areas that are there's a lot of traffic. It's like, say, going into the front door, areas where you have foot traffic. We tend to use the stabilized. But around where it's just landscape plant material, if it's a big planter bed area, we don't go with the stabilized. We just usually compact it up and go for it. But the decomposed granite is very porous from the standpoint of allowing water to seep back into the soil profile. It's really beautiful from the standpoint of the overall look of it. And price-wise, it's not that bad from the standpoint of a pricing point. We go on the other side over here and can show you some of the uses of it over on this other side. The other side is Parkway, and they've used it quite extensively here. So you can see how it's been used. It's nice and hard. They have the drift system that's underneath the decomposed granite, but this is pretty hard. This is all solid, so I don't know if this was compacted or not, but it's pretty hard to walk on. Solid, so foot traffic wouldn't harm it at all. Looks like it's been around for a while. You have some water that's coming off of the building and off of the hard sidewalks, and so you have some of the DG that probably came down into the gutter, but from what we see here, it's not a whole lot. So the installation was done quite well. You can't tell where it ends and where it begins, so which is cool. They did some planter barriers around the palm trees so that they could be able to put fertilizer in more water or whatever, or access those areas around the palms a lot easier, but they can be able to add nutrients to those palms so that way they can be able to stay healthy. So that's a great idea, is by putting those rings around it, those planter rings, and being able to isolate and pour liquid fertilizer down in there to isolate those trees out, those palms out. But that's kind of like what it looks like here in the parkway with decomposed granite, and it's a good option. So if you're thinking about it, consider it. Pros and cons of it. Pros, it's really durable, not that expensive, permeable as long as you don't put too much of the stabilizer in there. Different colors it comes in. Really nice product. Mulch breaks down naturally with the over time and adds the nutrients back to the soil, and it breaks down the humus and stuff like that, so you have a really nice natural organic top dressing for your planter bed areas and your landscape. L.Wallace, Midwest Landscaping, www.uniqueenvironments.com. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that notification bell so when videos like this come out, you can be able to take a look at them and give me your opinion. Let me know your comments. Let me know your success stories with different types of mulches and what you use in your home, in your business, in your region, and share that with the Yardie Nation. Thanks for viewing and watching the videos. And stay tuned and watch the magic.